well?
He's
He's
more
laid back a little bit.
He's outgrowing. He just finished high school, so
Right.
we want to see.
He's a Gen Z.
Yeah. Actually, let me congratulate my brother. He did very well in his KCSE. Kola, I know he's watching. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations,
but yes, so yeah, and then also on top of the cake, bro, mzazi akiona check is coming in.
Right. She respects it. And
yeah,
like,
so
you know, I'm proud of my son.
I appreciate my family for just sticking by me and helping me move in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before we get to the people in the industry as well that you've brushed shoulders with or you've worked with, you mentioned your mom a lot. I've not heard you mention your dad a lot here. In terms of the people that have been supportive in your journey from home, apart from your mom, who else would you say they were your sounding board?
Well, I would say my grandmother. Actually, my grandmother is a big part of Shaqtheyungin, because my grandma has all this energy. If I bring my grandmother here, it's a different story.
It's like she's a female version of you.
She's the energy of the family. I would say my uncle, that's my uncle Habir, Isma, and my brother. I come from a very small family. So me see wale watu niko na makuzo. When guys go to
Where's dad though?
Huh?
Where's dad in the
somewhere over here. I don't know. Me, I'm here. He's somewhere there. Somewhere or not, maybe. I'm not too sure. But guys are flying to Mars nowadays. So maybe I don't know. But yeah, my immediate family is my mom, my brother, my uncles, my grandma, and my late grandfather also. So yeah, I come from a very small and liberal family. We're all very intact. Yes.
Impressive. Now, as your career is building up, you go from KTN YOLO. In between, I don't know what you maybe did social media a bit, but then you're knowing
social media. I've done social media all through,
and you're still doing. Understand it. In fact, your YouTube is really popping. I've been a big fan since day one, since we met way back.
And perfect, because this week I'm going to make my fans very happy, man.
Oh, there's something loading.
New season, new vibes. So check out my YouTube.
Yeah, you'll tell details more towards the tail end. But then you're knowing people as you're climbing up the media ladder and still doing social media. So who are some of the people that you'd say you worked with in the industry that are still prominent, still thriving, or maybe some of them have left? But I understand you're friends with Nick Ndeda, Daniel Weke, Nick Mutuma, I believe.
Nick Mutuma, that
yes, Nick Mutuma. You guys had a label way back.
Nick Mutuma.
Mulikuwa mnatetemesha hii mtana photography.
Sasa I wase sasa guys like Nick Mutuma and Ian Mugoya. I don't know if you remember Ian Mugoya. I remember Ian Mugoya. Ian Mugoya used to be on Straight Up Live. Those now are the guys who I was watching all through high school. So even the first time I was ever on TV was a show by Ian Mugoya. It was called Straight Up. Ian Mugoya and Tamima, Mr. Mima. So guys
Tamima,
like
who later on became your boss at some point, right?
Yes. Later on, actually. So Ian Mugoya, Nick Mutuma, Martin Kimathi, Amina Abdi, Betty Chalo. Man, name them, bro. Like every single person who I have super and utmost respect for. Later on, we became friends. That's the thing. Like that's one of the best things, I believe, one of the best gifts that God has given me in the industry that we're in. When it comes to music, I think I've met every single person. Even starting to mention all these people. There's some that I might miss, but they hold a special place in the story of my career, and also a special place in my heart. That's what I would say. So hakuna msijamit, bro.
And while you're meeting all these people, are there any that you'd say they mentored you personally, that you've walked the journey through? Because you're mentioning people like Ian Mugoya. Straight Up was something I used to watch.
Huge.
I was in high school. Mr. Mima, the likes. Nick Mutuma
was in Sugar.
At some point he was mentioned to be one of the most handsome dude in Kenya. I was just reading about it, my sister was reacting, as well as DP Weke.
I walked to
you, Shaqtheyungin. I'm reading about you guys in newspaper, and I'm like, what? Who are these people, and how can I also get myself there? So when you look at that, did you have any mentorship that contributed to forming you, or it's just been a personal journey?
Well, I'm going to give you a very crazy opinion, and I think we've interacted before, and Sako might know this. I go by the principle where if you need an example to live, this is my own personal thought process. If you need an example to live, then you probably should not be living, because there's only one you on this earth. So I wouldn't say mentorship or anything like that, but I would say I take advice from people I would not mind switching or trading places with. And the main thing, I believe that we do not have enough time on this earth. I don't have enough time to make my own mistakes. So guess what I do? I learn from other people's mistakes.
Okay.
So somebody can influence you without even you be interacting with them or sitting down with them or stuff like that. So I don't really call it mentorship, but I call it, mine is learning from the game. Because life is one big game, you know? Just like way a game has a finish, the game, every character has an ending sometimes, and you know, it could end differently for all the characters in the game. So I would say just being around the right people and taking only positive energy from the people that you look up to and the people that you get a chance to rub a shoulder with. So yes, I've had a couple of those, and immense gratitude is what I would give back to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like to get to some of the people that you revere in terms of, like you'd love to be like them, but we'll get towards the tail end.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the situation we have in the country right now, unemployment situation. Just the other day we saw Labour Cabinet Secretary, they took quite a chunk of the youth to the Middle East countries.
Yes.
They're talking about as well if they can regulate social media, because it's turning out that there's, I'd say, massive public criticism and backlash that's moving towards some of these public figures, especially in the political sphere. They're saying, oh, we have to regulate social media because Gen Zs are too much. But then I want to come back to you. Your whole career has grown off based off on what you've done on social media online. And now if they do that, if you were to compare way back and today, what has changed and what could be the possible after effect of this outcome?
Well, number one, I think I'll give you two parts, you know, I put two-part answer to that question. So number one, I'll answer now personally how that would affect me. I'm an avid, you know, a fan of books and also just, you know, content that shares wisdom. I believe that, you know, as long as you're grinding, as long as you're hustling, as long as you're working, you should have one or more, I mean, more than one, more than two actually sources of income. So I personally, apart from monetizing, you know, my brand on social media, there's also Shaqtheyungin on ground. You see, social media is a virtual world. So in the virtual world, I've monetized that on my Facebook, on my Instagram, YouTube, all that. So that's a stream of revenue. On my personal, like physically, I host events, I throw events. You know, you know, I'm on ground. Anything on ground, I'm going to be there. So that's also the physical. So now, when it comes to the physical, there's many other stuff, bro. Kuna vitu hata, bro, labda hata maziona nuanga asubuhi, labda ni yangu na ujui. You know what I mean? So also, there's so many businesses that are out there. So many, you know, ideas that you can try. Not saying that everything will work. Everybody has had their good days and bad days. Mi kuna vitu nimejaribu zimefail, kuna zenye nimefanya. Tunashukuru Mungu that amezi bless. You know what I mean? So apart from, you know, just focusing on one thing or believing that only one thing will work, trust me, there's a lot more. I'll give you an example. During Corona, you know, a lot of companies took a hard hit. A lot of people went payless. A lot of people took pay cuts. You know, I was not exempted from that. You know what I mean? I had pay cuts, and lifestyle kind of, you know, had to change, and you had to adjust to that.
So how did you cope and survive
that? That's actually what I'm even about to tell you. You know, there's always different hustles that you can do. Apart from, you know, the online stuff that I do, there's business going on. You know, there's merchandise, there's stuff people need. There's foods that people need. There's you know, on top of the entertainment bit, there are people who just like follow. I'm a lifestyle brand, so kuna watu, you know, just, you know, kuna vitu zingine siju kana sema hapa, but
please feel free.
Just partnering with different friends in different fields, because again, your network also really matters a lot. I have friends who are in different sectors. I have friends who are in the agricultural sector. I have friends who are in the, you know, clothes, you know,
events
clothes,
and whatnot.
Events. You know. So when you have this network, there's always a way you can, you know
survive through and make
survive
it through.
And make it through. So,
but you know, you're looking at Gen Zs who are only solely depending on online platforms.
And that's what I'm actually advising
So
against.
would you tell them to go to official corporate jobs where they're
not really official
9 to 5?
To be honest, I have never done a 9 to 5. And I understand, you know, it's a field. I mean, I understand, you know, every field has its challenges. I would never say working a 9 to 5 is opposite from, you know, being freelance or, you know, anything like that.
Self-employed, you know.
Pardon?
or self-employed
or self-employed or anything like that, you know. Kazi ni kazi. That's one thing I believe in. You know what I mean? If I was offered, okay, hapo nilikwenda kudanganya. But
sema tu kutoke.
No, nilikuwa sema okay, personally it's not my direction, but also you have to understand people look for employment opportunities also according to the situation that they're in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always there's this thing called survival for the fittest. When it gets to that point, usichague kazi.
Yeah.
You know, once you get to the point unachagua kazi, kazi pia itakuchagua. You know what I mean? Na hiyo kazi inaweza chagua ikupite.
Yeah.
Ama
but Gen Zs are very intentional. They're like, don't hustle me, don't heckle me.
It's the truth though. Hata mimi bro.
I want it like this.
Because
so
bro,
if it's not like this, I'm not gonna, do it.
I feel Gen Zs are misunderstood. That's not the intention of Gen Zs, bro.
Okay.
The intention of Gen Zs are pushing for a healthy working environment. A healthy working environment is what every single human being needs. I think it's a human right. You want to wake up every morning or, any time of the day. If you work in the night time, when you're on night shift, you want to be comfortable and peaceful when you're going to execute whatever services you're going to offer. Right. So kazi yangu najua mini guard, mini night guard. Naelekea kazi hapo 6 p.m. najua natoka 6 asubuhi.
Yeah.
Mimi ndo na expect wagondi wakikamu usiku. You expect me to be the one to defend you. Would you defend somebody who has been mistreating you and just late payments, abusive words? Alafu wezi wakuje, and I'm supposed to fight to warn you or to raise an alarm that something is about to happen.
Wow.
Of course I'll be weaker. So if you keep your workers or your employees in a healthy working environment, your relationship is even stronger. Goes without saying in any field. I know you know about toxic work environments. No, Gen Zs are working against toxic work environments. It's not about being lazy, my time, sorry, I don't know. I like mimicking people, man. So that's how I look at it. I feel like Gen Zs may be misunderstood, but I like the direction it's going, and very soon people will understand. Gen Zs are not lazy.
Right.
Sorry,
but they want it their way, and that's how it looks like. But you said
that's how it looks like, but that's not how it is. We also, personally, I believe you also have to respect the institution you're working at. There was a set, vision. There was a set missions for you to be able to achieve. So if you're not willing to,
there's also a contract that has clauses that you must adhere to.
Exactly. Yes. So if you're not willing to, read your contracts again, Gen Z. Gen Zs have been raised in the era where I think at a see what man. We go terms and conditions. You don't even read that. You just agree and continue.
Oh, it's a job.
Yeah. So this is a
job.
you
download an app that you want so bad. I'm like, yes.
Exactly.
Not reading the
You're not reading the terms. So but make sure you're aware of stuff like this.
All right. Nice, interesting, insightful sentiments there. Now I want us to delve into the party scene in Nairobi. You're Nairobi's youngest sponsor.
Yes, sir.
And then you're still doing media. You're doing club appearances, and it's forming and it's brewing up for you, bro.
Yeah.
How has it been? If you were to compare way back and right now, what are some of the elements that have been put in terms of now the events? Even though last year we saw back-to-back a couple of them just backfiring, you know, international artists complaining, what is missing? But I understand you host a lot of events and do club appearances. How has it been?
Well, I would say the entertainment scene when it comes to the Nairobi nightlife and the Nairobi event scene, concert scene, I would say there has been immense growth from how it used to be way back. I'm talking about, ticketing platforms. I'm talking about setup. I'm talking about sound systems. I'm talking about marketing strategies. I'm talking about quality of, of the shows being put on by artists, and, it's really grown from way back.
What about the talents? Who are
the talents also, that's what
events?
I'm saying. The shows the talents are putting on. I am happy, and I'm loving the direction it's going. Long time ago, not even long time ago, bro, because it's in the recent past. We've been having different concerts, mega concerts happening when it comes to, the secular side, the vernacular side, the gospel side, all this stuff.
We used to have Groove Awards.
We used to have Groove
Where did it go, bro? Trust me, I miss Groove Awards.
TSO.
Yes.
I remember Totally Sold Out concert.
Chago something Latinians.
Chat.
Where did it
I personally
go?
never really.
Where did
I
it
was
go,
not in the
bro?
era of chat. It was called chat. Chago Latinis.
Chago Latinis.
But I saw,
yeah.
you know, that stuff like that was growing. Now that I'll also touch on. But when it comes to concerts, I would say it's been an immense growth. Judging from the recent, you know, last year, the whole accompanying events, occupying, not accompanying, occupying content.
Yeah.
I'm against it.
Occupy Shaqtheyungin's
I've been
website.
Caught, occupy my YouTube, occupy my Instagram, stuff like that. But
the platform
I've been caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Tear gas. Trust me. Just over a recent past. But one
is it
thing
because they're not putting in the work? They're not respecting
the security, the event organizers. I'm going to hit on event organizers, me being one of them myself. And fortunately, I've not had situations where I've had backlash on this type of thing. But event organizers need to understand, when the consumer or the party goer pays for that ticket,
right,
they are expecting an experience. I'm not expecting the same music that you want me to come and dance to and the same artists you want me to see.
Yeah.
I can see them any other time on YouTube. I can stream them on TV. I can listen to them on radio.
Yeah.
But once you've set up an event and you've set up something that you expect me to come and, you know, see live, make sure my experience is going to be 100%.
Yeah.
The experience starts from the point I buy my ticket. It should be a seamless process.
Right.
I should receive my ticket on time, and I should receive exactly what I paid for.
Yeah.
The next step is when I'm making my way into the event. It starts with the entry, from the gate to the security to the ticketing to the tags. Now that is where a lot of people go wrong, the tag process.
Right.
You can find that I expected the artist I'm about to see is going on stage at 7 p.m.
Right.
I get there at 6 p.m. First of all, the ticketing process is a menace. You know, the long lines, the systems are crashing at the gates, you know, all this stuff. Wakenya tumechoka na hizi vitu.
But you know, bro, people are mugged at these events and you're at the VIP section.
The reason why this happens is because of what happens at the entry. You know what I mean? The ticketing part, the part where everyone is getting their tags, the security, the hostility that is usually over there, because the security sometimes also, you treat everyone like everyone is there to come for free. You treat everyone as a suspect. Nika kutembea tao. When nikitembea tao, I treat everyone as a suspect. Hapo mimi ati boss akana no. So there's usually so much hostility and just this expectation that no, these are young guys and they'll try, trust me.
And the Tana Shensia, you know, and
Shensia, everything, that type of stuff. That
Uncle Waffles.
I was there. Uncle Waffles is where it takes us, and I was there. I believe I've been at the forefront of all these events just because also on top of me loving the event scene, also just learning. Like I told you, I like learning and I like learning from mistakes and also I like learning from successes.
Right.
So I was there for all these things. And the issue I'm telling you is that the issue starts at the gate.
Right.
Now, kwa ground,
so they need to improve on that part.
Improve on the ticketing and the entry of these gigs. And also, whatever you're offering us at VIP, make it worth my money.
Yeah.
Make it worth my money. There's no way I'm going to pay 30,000 shillings, 10,000 shillings, 5,000 shillings for a ticket. And the experience I have is something that would have even been
it's not worth it.
Free in my house.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. So it's the security scene, that's one thing, the ticketing, and make sure the experience is worth it. I like going for experience. I don't like going for concerts.
For concerts,
There's a difference between a concert and an experience. A concert is somebody standing there and singing.
But during COVID, you also saw other new forms of concerts that developed and we adapted. I want us to close that up and get back to you still because we have like 9 minutes. You have amazing friends in the industry, the likes of Elodizon.
Yes.
Hopefully you talk. Do you speak?
Yes, I still speak to Elodizon.
Yeah, despite some 1, 2, 3 things she's been through. Barak Jacuzzi, who is like your best friend. You guys are always everywhere.
Yes, Mr. is going viral every day. Barak Jacuzzi is so popular, catching crazy stuff.
Yes, and recently you were on radio and you made an exit, and a lot of people are asking what was happening at the Samsung franchise. Is it because of you guys, the personality, they were able to pay you, or it was management issues? And how did you feel about it? Because there's a video you watch and you're like, I'm not looking at that building.
I don't even, well, let me say this. I was on, I can mention it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was
Energy
on the
Radio.
Energy Radio for 6 years. I believe I was the first presenter, I think. It was, first employees basically went live with the station. From day on, I was on the Energy Radio before even Kenya knew about it because, it was a work in progress. And I was there for 6 years. Yeah, 6 years, I believe, since 2018. I was on TV and radio at the same time, I believe, that time.
Yeah.
So I used to leave TV, go straight to radio. So yeah, 6 years. And a good dancer knows when to leave the stage. My reasons for leaving, I believe we'll need more than 9 minutes. The day I decide for us to speak, we'll take the whole 45 just to address that. But what I would say is, yeah, man, it was just not the place to be anymore. And like I say, I would never go back. A lot of people, I left Energy Radio. I did not leave radio. So, still expect to hear me in your radio station very soon, very soon.
Okay.
But that place, I had to leave it. I don't like talking about it. I don't listen to it. I don't
Peace.
respect
Good riddance.
management. Good riddance to bad rubbish. I must say it. Back to back, man. So, openly talker.
And that chapter
upwards
is
and
closed.
onwards, and much more peaceful, much
so
more
you
successful.
after Energy, you went into events.
Right now,
doing events
I've been
influencing.
I do all these things at the same time.
At the same time,
thing. So
but majorly now you focused on.
Right now I've been chilling, working behind the scenes.
Right.
I've not dropped my project yet. No one knows where I'm going to. No one knows what I'm about to drop. Like I said, my YouTube is about to go crazy. So I would say, let me surprise you guys. You guys just follow me. In the next couple of days, I believe today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
By next week on Monday, we're taking over everything. The internet is going to be broken.
Right.
Everything's
Can't
going to go
wait
crazy.
for that. Somebody is asking, where did you get the name sponsor? Do you sponsor people, schools, events, or shuris?
Nairobi's youngest sponsor.
What do you sponsor exactly,
I sponsor joy and happiness. Yeah, I keep a smile.
Meaning that? I'm not, guys, I'm not smiling.
You're smiling, you're happy, but oh look, okay, stop smiling. You see, that's what I sponsor. I would say the name sponsor was a nickname I got in when I was in Union. I was doing KTN and USIU. I used to be very good friends with Huda, Monroe. A lot of the ladies people used to call socialites. So you know, my boys were like, oh, nashinanga na Huda, when does Ponyo.
Right.
So I said, since everyone is calling me a sponsor, I'm from Nairobi, I'm young. Sponsor, so Nairobi's youngest sponsor. That's
so you
how the
dated
name came
Huda
to.
at some point? Am I guess you're just friends?
Me and Huda are very close, that's what I'm going to say. Yeah.
Oh, never dated, But you
Bro,
have so many other. I think your friend Aziza Frisbee passed on. Rest in peace. Frisbee and Aziza Hashim.
Aziza Frisbee, okay.
Yeah, the lady who died,
Yeah, she
were you also close?
Such a beautiful angel, very super close, one of my closest people, and she's watching above us from the heavens. Yes.
Yeah, but now Aziza Hashim as well.
Yeah, Aziza Hashim, Media Messiah, killing it. Kabisa, one of my closest people too. Yeah, Kina Tanasha, a lot of people.
How do you, somebody here is asking, how do you stay resilient for all these years? Because you're coming from a millennial now morphing into the Gen Z world.
Yes.
How have you mentally managed to stay zen and debrief and also keep yourself in check? Because I can imagine the experiences of way back and you being in the party scene, and you're not just partying, you're partying hard, you're influencing, you're like multi-working. You're you're nocturnal/day, you're multi everywhere, you're like everything.
True.
How have you managed to debrief mentally, emotionally?
I would say it all comes with moving and growing with the times. That's the thing. And me just interacting with people will always keep you on the loop. I say this, Sako, if you're in the entertainment world and you're in the media world, you cannot keep to yourself. You have to engage with the people. You have to, know what's going on in the real world. So that's why to be honest, in a day, I actually was talking to my manager the other day, and we realized something. I meet over 20 new people every single day of my life. Yeah. And I'm in more than 100 different places every single day of my life. Right. That's where my stories come from. That's where, that's where I understand the languages, to speak to people and understand the lingo actually to use. Yeah. I know the stories. I know what people are going through, and stuff like that. Just the way the politicians do it. I'm a politician in the entertainment world. Wow. You know? And also the politics side is coming through. Once you see my haircut like someone, no, it's time.
MCA.
No, this is an MCA, bro. Already numbers needs a governor na inananzaje na MCA.
Governor, MP.
MP,
see
governor.
You there.
Yeah.
I foresee that. I foresee that because you really had quite an experience in the 254. So what are some of the things that you do to literally debrief? And have you ever had a mental and emotional breakdown? Because there's some people in your circle that have had that and they've spoken about it.
I would say I feel like I've had mental breakdowns come and go, but I say it all goes with the circle you keep. I make sure that the people around me are people who, as men, Mr. Kangela story ati mwanaume hawezi kuwa low, mwanaume usiambiane shida zako. The small circle that I have, we're very open with each other. You mentioned some of them, you know, they're in the industry too. And a lot of my people also are not in the industry.
Okay.
So, you know, I mean, I put myself in spaces where I'm able to speak out and, you know, share my issues, share my problems, share my wins, share my losses, and get the type of positive feedback and honesty that, you know, I know would grow me. So I would say staying away from toxic environments is what has helped me stay strong. And also respecting people. Yeah. That's the thing. You know, it's the industry we're in, I'm going to say again. Watu wenye wanatuwatch ndio watu tunafaa. Mi usidharau msee, usikuwe na, you know, msee, just...
You've always been a people person,
Be a people's person.
I remember when I met you the first time at your show, and the rest is history, but good vibes, you are really warm.
As it should be, and it's up there and it's stuck there.
There are so many questions coming in, but this one is the last one, and then you tell us the greatest lesson and the project you have in 30 seconds. Somebody's asking, there's a way public figures fake their lifestyle, and she's probably asking to sound off on what's happening to Azziad and the financial situation, if the rumors are true, and how do you feel for her?
What I'm going to say, Azziad is a very close friend of mine. Actually, I was talking to her last evening. We're very close. There's a difference between branding and faking lifestyle.
Do you believe most of the people like you fake?
No, I'm like me.
At some point, you said fake it till you make it. You said it.
Yeah, I would say that to give that advice to anybody who's going to take it. I do not fake nothing, bro. I live what you see is what you get. That's the thing. And I'm everywhere. Mimi yani ukinipata kwa kibanda hapo ndio nimeamua kukula. Hata sasa hivi nimenusa mandazi zingine nikama hapa. Na nikipitia hapo. Live according to your means.
Azziad, because we are rushing.
Azziad, I'm going to say Azziad, everyone goes through situations in life. It's not the first situation she's gone through. It's obviously not going to be the last. We're human beings. You know, I'm rooting for her, I'm praying for her. And all I'm going to say, kila mtu ashaipitia, you know, if the rumors are true, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to confirm or deny, but kila mtu ashaipitia point yenye uko na deni. You know what I mean? So wewe yako na yake anama ya mtu mwingine hakuna tofauti. Everyone goes through this and they always bounce back.
Absolutely.
To put their mind
to it. So tell us what we expect from your platforms, the projects coming up, and your word to the Gen Z right now as we exit. This is your camera number one.
For sure. Well, 2025 is going to be a great year for El Shaqo, aka Shaqtheyungin. Hii mwaka mnanisikiza kwa radio tena, mnaniona kwa TV. You're going to see me in a lot in the acting world. That's a new big thing that's coming through. You know, I don't want to spill the beans, but tunaniona kwa movie. YouTube, nataka kila mtu aende subscribe kwa YouTube. Actually, acha nipatie ni kitu, you know, to the national, you know, audience that's listening to us. I'm going to give out airtime, by airtime. Go to my Instagram, Shaqtheyungin. Enda hapo ni follow Instagram. Alafu subscribe to my YouTube, piga picha hapo nitumie kwa DM. Nitapatia wase kadhaa airtime because I'm about to go back to dropping on YouTube. Na yani naenda kuwa bamba kabisa. My advice to you is always keep your head up. Utapitia vitu mingi kwa hii challenge. Kuna wase watakwambia huwezi fanya, kuna wase wengine watasema kenye unafanya, you know, ni mbaya, sijui nini, they're gonna talk down on you. But all that matters at the end of the day is what you believe in your mind.
Absolutely.
Chase it.
At Shaqtheyungin.
At Shaqtheyungin on all platforms. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you. We have been speaking to Shaquille Oduk.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal Oduk, right?
Yeah.
Your real ID names. Yes. Thank you so much for meeting you this year after so many years. And Happy New Year. By mistake.
Compliments of the
Happy New Year to you too back at home. We'll absolutely see you tomorrow bright and early. I'll be here, right here. So stay tuned.